Hello, everyone. So today we will continue with our story, a Mill Girl's story. As we said before, this story is written in the form of letters. So we have a young girl, who is sending letters to her parents, telling them about her new experience of working outside the countryside, in the city, in a factory, as a mill girl. She is telling her parents about the new experience, the obstacles that she's going through, and her overall emotions and feelings. So let's continue. May 22nd, 1843. Dear Papa and Mama, I have made several friends here in Lowell, and my companions all live in my boarding house and work at the textile mill as well. I also see cousin Eliza frequently. She lives in another boarding house several streets away, and we visit each other from time to time. Now, at the beginning, we noticed how she felt awkward of being surrounded by strangers, but now she got used to these strangers, and most of them become her friends. So this is a good transformation for Sarah. My friends and I gather on Saturday afternoons to share poetry, stories, or songs that we have written. I have composed several poems about my life here in Lowell. It helps to express my thoughts and feelings about being a mill girl. I have sent one of my poems to a local literary periodical called the Lowell Offering, and the editor has promised to publish it. I will send you a clipping in the mail when I receive the issue. Although I continue to miss you both, and also Robert and Joseph and little Anna, it helps so much to have good companions, as well as opportunities to use what small talent I have with words to convey the details of my experiences here. So, again, she is conveying her feelings and emotions and what she is going through right now through letters, through poems right now, through letters and poems focus. So she is using literature in general to express her emotions. Box a sentence in which Sarah directly expresses an important change in how she feels about her new life. So this is the change here. From although I continue to miss you both to convey the details of my experience here. So we notice the change that she is going through. June 10, 1843. Dear Papa and Mama, you will never believe what happened today. A fire broke out in the factory. So this is a big event, a big incident that happened in the factory that she's working in. Friction from the moving belts that run the machines caused a spark, and the leather belt burst into flames. The workers all stopped and stared mutely, unsure what to do. So this is the first reaction of the workers of the surprising fire. They stood silent, not doing anything, not sure what to do even. I, however, knew exactly how to respond. So this is Sarah here. She knew how to handle such a fire. With the memory of the fire from last spring whirling around my head, I quickly gathered everyone together and told them to go to the basement with buckets. So here we now know that she is strong and independent. She can face dangers and problems, and she can find solutions. Double underline an incident that this is the incident. A fire broke out in the factory. We hurriedly dipped the buckets into the water wheel and carried them back to the factory floor, using the river water to fully extinguish the fire. Everyone lauded me as a hero, and for a time I rather felt like one. I only wish I could be a true hero and do something to improve the working conditions in the textile mill. It has become a struggle to labor there day after day. So, after the incident, she was considered to be a hero by her colleagues, but she wants to be a true hero by changing the working conditions that she is struggling with every day. You know, as we said before, the working conditions are very hard, and later on you will notice how hard they are. You know, the long hours, long working hours, the cold, the it's in general they are working in very bad conditions. The long, grueling hours have begun to take a toll. It is back-breaking to stay on my feet for 12 to 13 hours a day. So this is one of the bad conditions. You can underline this sentence here as a bad condition of working. They are working 12 to 13 hours a day. Also, the factory owners refuse to open the windows to let fresh air. So this is number two. The factory owners refuse to open the windows to let fresh air in. In fact, they have gone so far as to nail the windows shut. So the air we breathe is filled with fumes and contagions. I worry about staying well in such unhealthy, uncomfortable conditions. So, this paragraph here, if you please write a note beside it that it tells you, it expresses the bad conditions, the bad working conditions that Sarah and other workers have been struggling with every day. Several of the women have begun to talk about forming a labor union, and I have decided to join them because I believe I can help make a difference. My experiences here have taught me that I am strong and powerful as a rushing water that runs the mills. So here we can see another side of Sarah. At the beginning, Sarah was weak. She felt that she did a mistake by moving out of the countryside, and she wanted to go back. And she was, sad and feeling that she didn't have to do this. But then now, at the end, we can see how strong she is. She feels stronger. She feels more confident, and her experience taught her a lot about her strength and power as a young girl. Circle the words that reveal Sarah's first person point of view. So these are the words that tell us that this is a first person point of view. As I told you before, first person point of view, the speaker uses um, pronouns like I, okay? Because he or she is telling their own experience. Although the story you have just read is fictional, it represents the experiences of many young women who lived and worked in Lowell in 1800s. The Boston Associates, a group of inventors, began operating textile mills in the burgeoning city starting in 1822. Over the years, the mills hired thousands of young women as factory workers. At one time, women made up three-quarters of workforce, and many of these workers came from family farms all over New England. The Lowell Mill Girls, as they came to be known, worked in very difficult conditions. In 1845, they organized a labor union and successfully fought for a reduced workday. Their efforts helped improve working conditions for workers across New England. So here you can notice the change of the text structure. It moved from letters to an informative text. You know, it gives you here information about the era that the mill girl was working through, how the bad conditions that these women were facing. Um, and yeah, it gives you a background about the whole conditions of women in 1800. This is the purpose, okay? If I ask you about the purpose of this text, you can say that it gives you an information to about the women's condition in the 1800, especially the bad working conditions. And the letters that are written by the Sarah, the mill girl, however, they are fictional, but they represent true stories about about true people in real life. So that's it for today. Thank you for listening.